Hi, I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Eastham, and this is Business Line, your global business barometer coming to you from Dubai. As the COVID-19 pandemic presents humanity with unprecedented challenges, the cargo industry is extending a lifeline during the crisis. Dubai-based giants Emirates Sky Cargo and DP World, the port operator, are no exception. We found out how they are meeting urgent demand for essential supplies during this time across the world.
Emirates Sky Cargo is the airline that moves the most weight in freight internationally in the world. When the passenger arm of Emirates grounded its flights completely as the COVID-19 pandemic took hold, the cargo side had to intensify its operations to ensure the flow of essential goods and life-saving medical supplies.
There's a huge need for medical equipment, masks, sanitizers, pharmaceutical products. So we had to sort of maintain cargo operation while we're shutting down the whole entire passenger network. So immediately we've embarked on this initiative of actually using our passenger aircraft as cargo only. I mean, we literally had to create this cargo network within 3 weeks. We bring in the cargo to Dubai using that big capacity, and then from Dubai we use our passenger capacity, which ranges almost from 20 to 40 ton, and then we get a lot of these products literally across the world. Into Europe alone, we operate today almost 60 flights per week into 10 destinations.
Dubai is also home to one of the world's largest port operators, DP World, with 78 terminals on all 6 continents. It too has had to move quickly to tackle this pandemic head-on.
We took steps to protect 53,000 people that work with us. Their role is more vital now to be healthy. Segregation, the wearing gloves, wearing the masks, and most importantly, really, implementing all the regulations in each country. In certain areas, there's lockdowns, and so to go around that, we moved the people to live near the port, provide accommodation. We looked after their families.
For both companies, technological innovations have been fast-tracked and mobilised to help cope with the colossal task at hand.
Our warehouse and cargo terminal have almost about, it's a 60,000 square meter area, fully automated when it comes to sort of handling cargo. And that actually came in for rescue at times like this, where there's very minimal human intervention and interaction that happens.
We had many systems we were planning to launch. And with this pandemic, we have to launch them faster. We rolled out actually a few digital platforms. One of them is Sea Rates, which is basically enables shippers to move cargo from anywhere to anywhere in the world with a click of a button. And it's amazing, actually, how efficient it is. We learned something in a situation where we have to work differently.
Right around the world, as businesses adapt to the COVID-19 pandemic, some companies are transforming their offering entirely. Even some brands associated with the luxury sector are now in the business of producing PPE for key healthcare workers and frontline staff.
The Arab Fashion Council, based in the UAE, has launched the hashtag Thread for a Cause campaign to refashion clothing manufacturing facilities for the production of personal protective equipment.
We have the capacity, we have the power, and the Arab Fashion Council, together with the Dubai Health Authority, launched the campaign Thread for a Cause. We are here at the facility of Marmar Halim, Egyptian-born, Dubai-based designer, producing surgical masks.
But shifting from couture fashion to protective surgical wear isn't easy.
Actually, it's like big switch. There is specification to do that. This fabric is not easy. It's not easy to do any mask. You have to make something protect the people real. So we are calculating like from 10 to 20,000 masks per day. We want to give more and more. We have to provide them whatever they need to protect themselves.
Meanwhile, in Ukraine, fashion studio Hoyra is producing surgical masks with a Ukrainian twist, free of charge to health workers.
The mask consists of linen on which the embroidery is made, interfacing, and another layer of fabric. This is how the 3 layers of the mask add up. In my opinion, these masks have a number of advantages over a pharmacy mask. As you know, the pharmacy mask must be changed every 2 hours, while this kind of mask is reusable. After 2 hours of use, you can subject it to a heat treatment, wash at high temperature and iron. The Italians support each other with their singing. We can support and continue to support with Ukrainian embroidery.
From Ukraine to Dubai, global businesses are adapting to face this pandemic in solidarity with those on the front lines, even if that means refashioning their offerings entirely.
Much of the advertising industry is on pause due to social distancing, and some adverts have been pulled from the airwaves as they simply don't reflect the current world that we live in. Some companies, however, are adapting their ads to fit the times in a bid to make their brands stick in consumers' minds.
The spread of COVID-19 has changed the world we live in, affecting all sectors of business. Many advertisements aired for services no longer available, and others seemed off-kilter as social distancing and lockdowns became the new norm.
There are obviously some brands that have had creatives, executions that have been made that are no longer appropriate. Kentucky Fried Chicken and its slogan, "Finger licking good," is probably not one that's most appropriate at the moment. There's a Hershey's ad that had lots of hugs, and that has equally been pulled. I think over and above that, though, even if there's something not explicitly right in the creative, there's a tonal difference which all brands have to pay attention to.
Despite the travel industry grinding to a halt, some companies still use their airtime to promote social distancing and keep their brand out there. Some digital advertisers have been quick to adapt their style and tone to the current climate and harnessed increased viewer engagement as billions stayed at home but remained online.
One of the most important, biggest ads that came out of the briefs that we've run this week is one that we did for Guinness, and it was a very, very simple poster that had the message of stay at home on it, and in 24 hours it had gone global. Now, Guinness themselves have actually taken this on and repurposed it for their own creative advert across all of their social channels worldwide.
So it seems that in some cases the uncertain times we live in have given rise to tact, resourcefulness and creativity, qualities that could prove key to a company's survival.
Well, that is a wrap of Business Line for this month, but join me again next time for a roundup of the biggest business and investment stories from around the globe. I'll see you then.